It is common knowledge that one of the roles of leadership in an organization is to clarify the purpose of the organization. It is now something that is widely accepted, but it wasn't the case always. Before we had websites, where would we post our purpose statements? Many organizations didn't have a purpose statement. In fact, I come from two families of entrepreneurs, very successful companies on both sides for a few generations. And I can tell you, I can guarantee you, there was never a purpose statement in those organizations. And my theory, my approach to purpose may shock you or may think it's different, but I see very much purpose as something that changes over time, something that you sense, and something that leadership is responsible for enabling people in the organization to sense and to follow. It's kind of counterintuitive, it's kind of counterculture even, because purpose is very much thought in the recent years, modern days, as something you dictate. It comes from the top and it's dictated to the bottom of the pyramid, very much so. We do some exercises to involve people, but we can't involve everyone. And therefore, it's very much a top-down exercise. Purpose, in my approach, is something that everyone is invited to sense, is invited to contribute to, is invited to forge and put their fingerprints on. And so think about purpose as something that you can control, something that your organization knows kind of by itself. And that requires you to think about an organization or a business, even if you are on your own, even if you don't have a team, consider your business as a living entity, an entity that has almost its own spirit, its own character, its own DNA, right? And how do you see that an organization wants to evolve its purpose? Well, there are events in the life of an organization that can't always be explained. We say that, oh, it's serendipity, it's luck, it happens, it's just, life, it's the way it is. And we see them occur when we have, for instance, new clients that we were not expecting to serve, a new market that is calling for our attention. And if you think about even the way that we do positioning, I'm always kind of amused, at how people see positioning as a very much as an exercise where you have full control over the destiny and the direction that you want your organization to take, and all that to end up making decisions that are completely intuitive, completely from intuition. What I mean by this is that countless time I have led leaders and teams of leaders and business owners and solopreneurs work on the positioning of their organizations very much from a mental perspective, crunching the market, looking at the competitors, market size, addressable market, serviceable market, very, very rational. And in the end, the decision to position the organization and the company in such in a given way was completely made from intuition. There is a famous say that is, we make decisions based on our emotions, and we use our reason to justify those decisions. And I see this very much, in positioning an organization. So that's a typical example. That's an illustration for why I say that purpose is evolutionary. Evolutionary purpose is a concept that I also learned from an author that I really admire called Frédéric Laloux. And my colleague Frédéric Laloux has a wonderful definition and exploration of evolutionary purpose. It's one of the principles of teal organizations. I invite you to do your own research on this concept. It's a concept, teal organizations and evolutionary purpose, per Frédéric Laloux, that I came across this research as I had already thought about this, but it just validated my approach to building more purposeful teams and and more sustainable and authentic professional services firms. So I hope that through this video, you start noticing where your business wants to go without too much control. You start letting go of certainty sometimes, it's okay. And you start kind of listening to where life wants to take you, right? Because really successful organizations have this ability to listen from within and also outside, but predominantly from within what they should be, doing and going to make better business decisions. It's not a question, it's not only a question of reason, it's also very much a question of intuition. And that's where uh, evolutionary purpose comes into play. I wish you good luck with that reflection and that research, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.